Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This morning I'm literally sitting in a car park trying to wait for my son to come back. And yeah, he's gone up in the town and I've even got like a doctor's appointment pretty soon. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I lost my trail of thoughts for a minute. But yeah, done some like checkup the other day, just like routine checkup. And I kind of knew anyway, always low in iron, but they rang me this morning. These doctors, I tell you, they're panicking in their heart more than me. So they told me to pop in, so I'm going to go see. It's like telling me to do with my blood issue, like the iron is low. So maybe they're going to be prescribing something or something like that because, yeah, that's what they're telling me. Yeah. So I'm going to just go see what they're going to prescribe. Because normally their iron tablet keep me constipated. So I don't know. What they should be concerned about is the fact that the 5 months has passed, going into 5 years has passed, going in 6 years. And I don't know if the coil is in or out. That's what they should be concerned about. That's the thing that's bothering me in the back of my head. And I had a chat when I went to do my checkup with the nurse, and she told me, you know, that's what I need to relay to them, how concerned I am about that. Not about my iron. I mean, I should be concerned about my iron because I realize that I've kind of like feeling a lot weak, you know, and always want to sleep. So I know something is wrong. I know I'm not functioning at my best. But what I'm really concerned about is this Kyle. You know, I've done the x-ray. I've done like so much different things to see where it is or try to get it out. But really, I need to person them to try and do like book me for MRI and stuff like that to see what's going on there, because that's what they need to get out. And all my years, I never done anything like that before until after I had Angelo. And I decided to try the Kyle out. I don't know why. But that's what needs to be coming out. That's what I'm concerned and bothered about. Not my iron. That, you know, yeah, I should be concerned about that. But on the grand scale of things, I think I'm more worried about this foreign object in my body. And what potentially could be... Oh, there's something in the car. Let me open the window, see if it's all there. Some of them fly things. Yeah, that's what I'm bothered about. But anyhow, guys, like, I haven't really done a update, quick catch up on like for a while. Like the whole London experience was so good. Like that was good. It was worth it. Like we had a really good time at the family wedding. Spending a bit of time down in London and then coming back and stuff. I haven't really been vlogging. The last video I done was like the chicken challenge, and there's things coming up, but like you know, like I said, I haven't been feeling like I'm working at my best at the minute, so that's probably why I haven't been picking up the camera and stuff. But today I thought I'd vlog a bit. We had a storm in the UK, like a storm, like everybody kind of like panicking and stuff, and it's done a lot of damage in other places, but I haven't done any damage here, like apart from the back of my fence. Well, not that I'm aware of. Apparently, like, my mom always knows what's going on. She calls me and tell me that apparently there was like places in Cornwall that had to go up without light, so other places and people definitely had struggled from it. I'm not aware of any really, what would you call it, dramatic things that happened to anyone. But yeah, I'm not aware of that. But yeah, And so it happened the day before yesterday, and literally yesterday I didn't send the kids to school. I was like, you know, some schools closed, some's open, and I'm just like, listen, I ain't none of my kids are coming out my side today, not even to go to the shops, none of them. That's my verdict on the whole thing. Like, literally, that's what I was thinking, because boy, and the whole unnecessary running up and down and feeling like, because sometimes like people can be like, these schools and government people, they be like, oh, your children need to be in school, blah blah blah. If anything goes left, all they do is my deepest sympathy, my deepest apology, my deepest this, my deepest that. So I'm like, you know, I try to toe the line, but I'm calling the shots when I feel like I need to call the shots. Or whether my children going to be there walking street, you know, storm just passed through. God forbid anything is weakened in the tree wise or anything, you know, it's just a bit chaotic tomorrow. So, sorry, the day after. Chaotic the day after. In my mind, I haven't even digest the whole thing to process it. I needed a day, mate. I needed a day. And some schools are closed, some are open. Well, the ones that are open, you ain't seen my lot. So, one of the school was calling me, but I wasn't in the frame of mind to answer no phone call, because what am I going to tell you? You know, your ways, not my ways. What am I going to tell you? I decided to keep my kid off. That's yeah. And they know I'm like that anyway, so I don't know why they bother calling me. So I was just like, I'm not in the mood for anybody to be projecting today, so I just kept silent. Yeah. So this morning the doctor called me 999. The way in his voice, it's like the problem lies with him. I'm just thinking, you know, you lot are not meant to be doing this. You need to be assertive. You're not meant to call me in a panic. I can hear the panic in your voice. How am I meant to feel? But because I know there are projective kind of beings these days, I'm just like, There's a thing on TikTok when they say, as long as I got Jesus, you know, because this thing that's meant to be more concerning, ain't concerning you lot, but you're there calling me about my iron. This is something I struggle with all my time, really. Ever since I know that I'm low in iron, I've been low in iron. But to be fair, like I said, people, I like to point out the points. I have been feeling worse for wear. And, you know, it does need addressing, but it's just the way they seem to want to, kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, guys, that's what I'm up to at the moment. Waiting for Mara to turn back up, and then I'll pop in and see what their dramatics. I'm probably gonna need to pick something from the pharmacy. They might give me a prescription or something like that. And I don't like to go to the doctors. I haven't been to that doctor's pharmacy for time, because when we first moved here, they were projecting like they're anti-blacks. So I don't like to go in there. I ain't gone in there. They traumatized me up there. But that's you know, I can't go past that today, because I'm not going to come back in time. So I'm going to have to go in there and see if I get their snare. But I kind of like choose where I go. There's one post office in town that when we first moved down there, they were acting as if they were the police or something, or the army, and you done something wrong. Like, Anyhow, guys, my little 2 cents I'm there delivering. But apart from that, you know, we are thankful, we are hopeful. Kids are good. I'm semi-good. Yeah. morning, guys. It's been a while taking the little ones to school. It's colder than what I thought this morning. Just listening to some gospel. We got off at a good start, you can tell, because the road is not busy. Well, I said. Still not really busy, just quite a bit of cars come down on me. It's a wet one. It's not raining, but it was raining by the looks of things. Hey guys, we at Angelo's school at the minute, waiting for him to go in. We give God thanks. I haven't done the school run for a minute. God.
What's that ringing thing on?
Just the stuff on the camera. It's, you coming over?
Yeah.
My shoes on my seat, mate. Go on. Yeah, so we're just waiting for him to go in. We early as per usual. Well, this morning as well, we got off at a good start. Like I told you in earlier clips, the girl has not been herself. So I'm just thankful that. Angelo, did you just get that on your clothes? Just be careful you don't mess yourself up too much, okay? Sit round nicely and eat, please. Sit nicely.
Do you think that's part of this?
It could be part of it. So try not to get any more on your uniform or your jacket, okay? Just eat. Eat it. He's having a chocolate square. Had his breakfast, but I thought he might be a little bit more hungry, so let him have one.
Yeah, because I was still a little bit of my breakfast that you didn't see.
But yeah. There's some stuff that I'm gonna catch you guys up on. This is like my checkup and stuff like that. And I'm gonna try and not make it be a rant. I'm gonna try and make it be, you know, an educational topic, so if anybody out there can learn something from it. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and let these conversations not be a rant, but just know that your girl's not pleased with these people that's in charge in terms of like society wise and you know, whether they take their job serious. And I'm not saying everyone is the same, guys. I'm just saying those people out there that they're in their job role, and it's a whim and a prayer, people. It's a whim and a prayer.
Mom, it's been quite a long time since I have had a channel. Can I have it? Can I have my channel as a Christmas present?
That's quite smart, Angelo, but I still don't know. Do what you like on this channel. I can barely maintain my channel, let alone trying to maintain yours. But you could have a point. I did say that I'm going to probably allow you to have like a TikTok channel that you can do your thing on it. How about that?
On your camera.
No, it's going to probably like be on the phone camera, which is the easier one. But it's still on a camera. You want me to show you what a TikTok channel look like?
So like, do you mean you use your camera and I use your phone?
You can borrow my phone sometimes, is what I'm saying.
Like, can I ask whenever I want to do a channel?
Whenever you want to do a video. Okay?
Okay.
That's what a TikTok channel looks like. That's somebody, this is saying East Afro Vibe, which looks quite good. Because you can have your channel where you just do your thing on there. Let's follow these people. They look quite interesting. Following them. Alright, so that's what your channel will look like with your profile there. Okay? So don't ask me every day to make one, because I just want to be in the frame of mind, even though it's the easiest thing to do probably. But I'll make at least one of these for you. Alright? Alright. Yeah, guys. So I'm going to catch you guys up in the next...
What about my name of my channel?
Name of your TikTok. We keep it at Angelo. We're not going to go... It's good to keep your own name. We're not going to change it for nothing. Like Shadow or anything like that. Alright? Alright. Yeah, guys. So I'll come back in the next clip with some information on
different videos.
no, information on my little experience at the doctor's. That's what I'm going to tell the people about. So they just can be aware. When people tell you things, I can give you a whole long list. And that's why sometimes when you guys see me talking on certain topics, I'm not just going to be like venting on particular topics without a cause. There's always a reason behind it. And there's always a reason why I'm so lacking in trust with these society people or these people in government roles, etc. Or people in general, guys. You know? Even though I depend quite a lot on my audience to survive. Like, you know, you would not believe that you guys out there are more substantial than like certain people that you come in contact with every day. You know, if you know, you know. And comment if I'm talking bull. Okay? Comment. Because I know many a person that has a channel, and that's the same reason they had to outpour through their challenge, through their channel, instead of like trying to outpour in this environment, because sometimes you just get sucked up. You girl do try. I've tried several times, you know, trying to be taking part of what's going on around me, but very small dosage, people, very small dosage. So anyway, I'm gonna like get a little bit of time with Angelo before he goes in, and probably let him read his book or something, and then I'll come back when I probably get back at home.
I don't want to read my book.
Have a chat with you all. Well, you're gonna read it, Angelo. You're gonna read it. Hey guys, I'm back home. But before I go in the house, which I probably have a few choices to do, my head feel a bit light. Just want to catch you up from the discussion the topic I wanted to talk on about when I had to go back into the doctors because they said my bloods, when they done the full health check on me, my bloods, like my iron was in really bad shape. And I was telling you guys that, yeah, I could have tell that there was something not quite right with me because I just want to sleep and I just feel like down out here, basically. Anyway, that was fine and fair enough. But the real thing I told you guys I wanted for them to concentrate on was about the coil. And when I even done an ultrasound as if I'm pregnant back probably about a year ago, and the x-ray, and they're saying that it doesn't show nothing, but nobody write me a letter from the doctors and said that nobody told me nothing. They didn't say nothing. And obviously sometimes you can call up and check, so all right, then maybe that's my bad. But the real issue I have with these doctors and nurses places is basically they spend their lives and their time to go to college and union and train in that field to be able to acquire that title. But based on experience, it just seems a bit blah. They get up on the day of work, and I'm going to give examples so it's quite clear that I'm not just saying things for the sake of it. It's like they get up on the day and they just look through a book, on whatever topic you go in there on. I've had so many past experience. I remember, for example, when I first moved to Hampshire, this wasn't Cornwall. Before I say what I'm going to say, the best doctor I've ever had in my life in the UK is when I used to live in London. That's the best doctor's surgery I used to have, when I was living in London in the south and was going to the doctors and stuff. Yeah, you have some of them that when you go to the hospital, they're a bit and you're just whatever. But basically, my actual doctor, I could go there and I know they know who I was and whatever my circumstances are. Every other doctor since I've left London is wishy-washy. You cannot really take them for gospel. I mean, like I said, even though things happen in London where I remember them telling me I'm only allowed to have, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 cesareans at the time. Lo and behold, when I moved to Hampshire, I found out people have 6, 7 cesareans. So when you hear them chatting, it's because they don't want to spend money and they're acting as if it's their money that's spending, or they got some shares in wherever they're trying to tighten the money on. Anyway, so you learn as you go along, because I was talk about brainwash, talk about psychology. I was taking everything they tell me for gospel. I take people for face value, whatever they say. I try to take them, more fool me. And I'm learning as I go along. That's why sometimes you guys will hear me be a little bit careless when it comes to talking about stuff and just not being so keen on what human being says, because you soon find out, and I'm not saying, oh, me, I'm perfect and stuff like that, but, a lie is a lie, and sometimes you think the lies is misplaced because it's in work area. So why can I take you for your word? Why can I? You're the one. When I do catering or any jobs that I do, what I'm telling them is not something I'm making up or just tell them it to get rid of them, kind of thing. So these things are lost on me, and even more I go through life, you're still coming up against these things. Now back to present day time, where now when I go in there now, and I was talking on the topic of, what's going on there, that's what I'm bothered about, the coil that's in me, and they say, no, they haven't seen any sight of it, it might have fallen out, da-da-da-da, and etc., etc. And I'm saying to the man, when you go there, it could be anybody, you ain't got no particular doctor, first and foremost, let me just point that out. Since I've been in Cornwall over 3, going on 4 years, I've never had a specific doctor to say, yeah, that's my doctor. It's always different people. And sometimes they're just careless with their words, because I don't know if they're thinking, oh, I ain't gonna see her again, so whatever. You know, I can only share with you guys my experience. Any road. So when I got there, after I've done, the actual nurse that done my blood test, she seems quite nice. She seems very warm, and came across, I could be wrong, that she knows what she's actually doing, and I had a great experience with her. So when I got back there and I had to see the doctor, and he's talking me through my irons and wee wah, yeah, yeah. You know, iron is really low. Do you experience dizziness? Da 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 da. I'm saying slightly, but nothing to be of concern. But in my spirit, I know that something ain't quite right, and etc. So I'm talking to him, and I'm explaining also on the topic that what my main concern is in regards to the coil. And he's now showing me all the notes to say that you've had this, which is the ultrasound, the x-ray, and whatever not, and that shows, because they do like examination of you as well to try and trace. They can't find no sites of it anyway. So I said to him, you know, that might be fine and fair and whatever, but I am in myself, I am not 100% pleased with all of these results. I need further assessment. Then he's going on to, after I'm telling him all of these things, then he's going on to the fact that, would I want the coil put in it back? I'm like, hello? If I'm telling you I ain't sure it came out, how are you mentioning that's the only thing they seem to be bothered about. Even when they were trying to get me to take the coil in the first place, that's what they're bothering about. And side note, that also helps like with period heavy bleeding and stuff like that. So the coil. So that was another point where they convinced me the first time to do it, because I've never had any foreign objects in me before throughout my life. It's like 4 years after I have Angelo, and then I decided to go down this path that now having me concerned. So I'm saying to him, hello doctor, didn't you remember like a couple minutes back I tell you that I ain't sure this thing's out, so how now you talking to me about trying to get one back in? It's like, in a road, I'm listening to him. And mind you, may I point out that this is a black doctor, and because in Cornwall it's very rare, so it's not like I'm trying to say, oh, it's a white doctor, da 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 da. I'm just saying the doctor. Anyway, so I'm more comfortable with him, so I'm giving him all the tea. I said I need a note put on there to say that I need further things done to rule out the fact that this thing is come out of natural causes and it's not in me, blah, 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 blah. He's saying, yes, yes, yes. Whether he's going to be doing that is, I don't know. Where I lost all hope and faith into him, then he convinced me to go on tablets in regards to my iron, which that is fine. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll go back on those tablets, because I used to take the gummies prior, and I've kind of stopped. So that's where I'm in this situation. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, cool. Then he's telling me that the contraceptive that he want me to take, which I tell him there's no point me taking any contraceptive, because I'm not doing anything to be taking contraceptive. He's like, oh, it helps to control heavy monthly cycle, the heaviness of it. I'm like, okay, cool. That makes sense. All right. Then he's telling me something else to take, which helps in the time frame, and whatever the medication was, he was trying to tell me that I need to start taking it from now until my cycle comes. First he was saying something in regards to like maybe taking it during my cycle. Then he told me, when I double check with him to confirm, doctor, do you mean that I need to start taking it from now before my cycle? I think he got confused somewhere along the lines. He said to me, yes. So I'm like, okay, cool. I've got that in my head. I have to just take it during my cycle. No, prior to my cycle, during my cycle, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I wrapped up stuff with him. Went off to see if I could get my medication from that pharmacist that I do not like going into. I get a phone call from the doctor. Have you left the building yet? I'm like, no, I'm still here. I'm in the pharmacist. Ask me, can I ask you a couple more questions? no, because I haven't given you enough time sitting there listening to you bang on. I'm like, okay, sure. Then he's asked me a couple of questions. Then he's saying to me, by the way, that medication that I told you that you need to help with the control of your cycle, and I said you can start taking it. You just need to take it 3 days from the cycle start up until 3 days. I'm like, here we go. Through the windows, everything go again. I'm just like, my days. If you're not going to spend the time and go to school, at least, reach for something else that is more reachable. Don't go saying, you're a doctor and you're a nurse, and then you have these people that's relying on you, left themselves careless in your hands, and these are the things you get in now. These doctors are not very compassionate and stuff like that, even though they have to kind of like be assertive in some ways, but sometimes their assertiveness is too overly assertive, like they're projecting negativity on you, or they don't want to be there, or they're just reading up on, I've got Miss Reed coming in, what is her issue? Let me just read in the book on da-da-da-da, and you're not even reading the book properly to relay back to me properly. And I sat there for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and after I left you, they're calling me on the phone. So these are the reason why I have lack of faith, people. It's not just me getting up and having lack of faith. It's not just me getting up in everything. It's not just me getting up, and I know when people are projecting stuff, whether it be my kids' school and their teachers or their headmistresses. Now, these days, they don't even bother with me because they kind of picked up, since I've come to Cornwall, they picked up quite quickly in Cornwall, because they used to mess me about way more when I used to live in Hampshire, until they had to go down the long road with me and realize, she ain't the one. But they picked up quite quickly in Cornwall, I must admit. And to be fair, I don't really get much stress from them. When I do get the stress, and I kind of ironed out, like, listen, don't patronize me, don't tell me rubbish, da-da-da-da-da-da. They soon get to find out that I ain't the one. So to say all of this, when you guys hear me commenting and stuff, I'm not just going willy-nilly to try and make out that these people, but these are a group of people. From my experience, I can tell you, it's from my younger days that I could sit there and tell you that, okay, I'm not even expecting them to be perfect, but they're borderline on the lines that what they're projecting or what they're telling you, you can kind of like feel a lot more comfortable than you do now. So that's what I'm trying to highlight, guys. And don't take people's first opinion because they're very wishy-washy and careless with the jobs that they put in charge of, and their job roles these days. It's just all about getting in, clocking, tick-tock, I'm meant to be here so-and-so hours, and they're very wishy-washy. Very few and far between you find somebody that's about their job. That's what I'm telling you guys. So disagree if you must. I mean, everybody have their own experience. I am quite aware of that. But in my experience, it's to double check and triple check, and don't let people sit there and telling you things and you're swallowing it for gospel, because that's going to be your mistake. And I think that's the lesson I'm learning. And God forbid I don't learn the hard way. So, I drag my heels at time as well, guys. I procrastinate at time. But God's willing, I'll follow through to get to the bottom, especially with this coil business, to figure out whether it's in or out. Rather. That's my main thing. I am going to get on the iron tablets and trying to get my self back into a good space, because that's the only thing. And you saying to me, try and make sure that I'm watching what I eat, not to like go over to the of being in the negative with like the all I'm getting and the probably my size. And I'm thinking I barely eat anything, so I don't know what to do at this point. Mind you, I eat the wrong thing, so he could have a bit of a point there. But it kind of made me feel like, my gosh, what am I meant to do? Just not eat anything? I'm already struggling with my iron levels, and now you're telling me not to eat, and I feel like I barely eat. Food is my last thought these days in my life. Anyway, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope this was very informative. Lots of love and blessings to you guys out there. Stick in your prayer. Keep taking things to God, because He's the only real true doctor out there. Bye, guys.